Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. Today we're going to be taking a look at Effort in the top left, who has, returned to basically full-time StarCraft play. Very excited about the future with him back in the scene. One of the greatest ever to do it. Saying good job to Dewalt in the bottom right. Dewalt, of course, the top non-Korean player. Yeah. I'm always excited to kind of check in on Dewalt, see how he's playing. I think the guy approaches the game very, very intelligently. You guys know this. I probably cast more Dewalt games than pretty much all the other foreigners put together, except for, I guess, a few Chinese players. I do a fair amount, right? Like, I like an occasional Zhanhun game, Xiao Shui, Mihu. I definitely cast them a bit, but not too many players outside of Dewalt for, for this channel. Like, I definitely enjoy to sometimes, but I feel like the only person that's kind of Korean pro-ish or high amateur level is Dewalt. So, anyways, we are here on Metropolis, and we have cross spawns at the moment. And it looks like Dewalt here very likely going to be going for a Nexus first, but it could be like Forge Nexus too. I've seen builds like that in the past. 12 Nexus is generally what it is against Zerg if you're going to take this type of risk. And yeah, it does look like he's going to do that. It is a hatchery first, so this is actually going to pay off for him beautifully, since there is no chance of, Effort putting on any counter pressure here. All right, very cool to see Dewalt opening in such a brave way. It's kind of funny, right? You open Nexus first against Zerg. I'm like, all right, nice brave opening. You're in good shape. You open against Terran. I'm like, it's a very different world. Okay, so he throws down the gateway before a forge. That's wild, man. I'm sure he'll go forge now, right? No, second pylon. Dude, I love it. I love it. Because he is playing against Hatch first. So, like, if it is Hatch first, you're in... And he's cross-spawn scouting. Dude. What are you doing, man? Craziness. The greediest build you could ever come up with, basically. So, very well done from Dewalt. You get up here, see that it is a hatchery first. So, he's just going to be in very good shape. The third hatchery for Effort is at the third base. And as Dewalt gets in, he'll just do things like count how many Zerglings might be coming out. It looks like only 2 have been started. These are both drone eggs. And yeah, Effort is playing pretty darn greedily himself. And as he gets down here, he's going to see like, uh-oh, this doesn't look good. One thing I am kind of surprised about is Dewalt did not transfer. I wonder if he's a little bit overwhelmed here. Oh, that's funny. So he removed these minerals and then made the geyser and then removed the other minerals and is stealing them. So he's opened up this ramp. I don't know why he would waste his time doing that. Like, maybe he has an idea for like a mass Ling run-in or something, but I can't see it because there's a probe in his base. Like, you can't really get that pulled off. If you see this, you're already going to be thinking about that. Huh. Very weird. Very weird. But, I mean, I like the idea behind it. You know, it is a little bit strange that you can... If the drone has, like, minerals in their mouth, you can make the extractor and get rid of them. Also, if you make an extractor, then cancel, it heals the drone as well. No other building does that. They'll come off with reduced health on the other buildings if they were damaged when they went on. But yeah, the extractor will actually allow you to get full health on that drone. All right, removes that one zealot. There is another one with a probe coming across the map for Dewalt right now. The layer is about to finish, so he's going to at least see the good timing of that. +1 on the way. Stargate coming up for Dewalt. Does get a couple hits on the Zergling with that, so might help him to kill that a little bit quicker. Very good location taken from Dewalt. Kind of hard to break through there. That's quite a hurt Zergling. Okay, there we go. He's going to go ahead and try to surround now. And he is targeting down the hurt Zerglings first. So gets a couple of them at least. And continues to kind of be annoying with this one Zealot that he keeps slipping back into this mineral pocket. So Dewalt's doing a good job of kind of keeping Effort busy at the moment, but I don't think Effort's in like trouble or anything yet. He sends a ton of drones down and in fact even utilizes... Oh, sick pickoff. So he drilled one drone there to try to screw up the Zealot, and the Zealot actually retargeted, and he didn't pull it out quickly enough. And I don't know exactly what turn rate this is in, but it's possible that it's... I would imagine it's right around 20. You know, Dewalt actually lives pretty far east in Russia, so he actually gets very good latency, and he uses VPNs and stuff as well. But yeah, I just want to point that out. So the mining of those minerals actually does come in a little bit handy. Those Zerglings get up the ramp more easily. I can't believe that actually has done something here. Blows my mind. By the way, he's taking out the pylon that, well, I guess it powers the legs. You know, there is a second one here that powers the cannon. I thought he was taking out the one powering the cannon, but not the case. Going to go ahead, jump on these probes as well. Very annoying from Effort. You can see just how good his micro is in these situations. So, Templar Archives coming up. Gateway as well. Just looks like kind of some standard play here out of Dewalt. Nothing super, super fancy. You know, he's getting +1, getting legs, going into armor, going into Templar Archives, adding the Stargate. He has the same gas going. Just like a very natural progression from him. Nothing super, super out there. But really, some of the more out there builds that we've seen lately have more to do with playing against aggressive openers from Zerg, which this just is not. By the way, it does do double pylon down here to trap that probe. Some Hydras being made here for Effort. His Scourge patrolling, waiting for any Corsairs trying to come out. Excuse me. Good group of 5 Corsairs at the moment. I think he did that +1 finish. Yeah, there it is. Does have that +1. And the first DT does pop out to go over and see if it can't get some damage. A little bit of scouting going on by this Speed Zealot. Overlord's speed, Hydralisk range all on the way, as well as that +1 missile attack. And, you know, Effort's just got, like, infinity information right now. Not that Dewalt doesn't have good information. He definitely ran around that Zealot a little bit. He's going to try to come out with these Corsairs. In fact, picks off the Scourge. Should be able to pick these off as well. So those patrolling Scourge there from Effort don't really end up doing too much. He is bringing a few Hydras out onto the map. Woo! He actually kills it off before the Hydras can pick off the Dark Templar. So the Dark Templar is going to be free for now, but of course, Effort's going to be on high alert to stop that from doing any damage. It's quite a nice game from Dewalt so far. He has gone up to 6 cannons. I do wonder about this slightly because he's got that air control. Did he really need 6 cannons when he has Templar Tech out? I feel like if you were to look at some really top-end PvZ players, I don't think Mini would have this many cannons. Best, Snow, Bisu. You know, I feel like they wouldn't. But if you don't have them and you need them, it's way worse than having them when you don't need them. Right? Wow, that was like the wrong terminology to try to say it, but it is very true. Overbuilding defense slightly. If you need the defense and you didn't have it, you're dead. If you didn't need it and you have it, then it's like, okay, well, it is technically maybe a little mistake there, but probably not game ending. And the thing is, things can snowball. You know, you make little mistakes here and there and it adds up. And it's like, you could have had another 2 Zealots in this army, and that might have changed the way that this game went. Yeah, that can occur for sure. But sometimes better safe than sorry. So right now, going up to those 8 gates, he has 4 High Templars spread out very nicely amongst the cannons. The Corsairs continue to fly around and scout. We have the +2 armor on the way, as well as Dragoon range. Plenty of Dragoons being made. The Corsairs continuing to rotate around and get some scouting done. The 4th base being made, and Lurker eggs are morphing. So we're going to see from Effort a Hydra Lurker composition as opposed to a switch into mutas, which seems to have been really, really popular lately overall. And of course, I think he's a great player with those mutas, but you know, there's a lot of Corsairs that have been kept alive, so might not be that good. A few eggs being made that do screw up very badly these Zealots, and you can see a lot of them getting picked off, and a lot of that is on the back of those eggs displacing them. The eggs and the Hydras are not the same size, so you can see how they just kind of jump. It's like you know, it's similar to a worker drill. There's all sorts of little tricks in the game that you can utilize. You know, spider mines, you know, unloading things from a bunker would be another one, unburrowing things, morphing eggs. There's all sorts of different ways. Obviously, you know, lurkers on their mining commands and stuff like that. There's all sorts of different ways to displace stuff in StarCraft, and those are very important and often utilized techniques. And they especially screw up things like Zealots. All right, so he is removing a few of the cannons here. Just trying to make a more smooth path to get out. It is still a little bit annoying. You know, the one thing I like about Metropolis for this matchup... Ooh, he's going to get it, isn't he? Yep, he gets it. Ouch. The one thing I like about Metropolis for this matchup is if we could zoom out for a moment, right? So you have this base is the 3rd base for Protoss, and this is very easily defendable because if you don't mine out those minerals, this is very, very small. And then, so you basically have like a very well-defended top of a ramp and a very long choke. So like if you basically rally here, first off, you can reinforce up here if you need to, but imagine waves of Hydras trying to go through a choke this long. It's like, you know, it's technically like 3 size storms wide, but basically you'll be so clumped up coming through here, you just can't have great surface area like you could in the middle of a map. So I think it's a very defendable 3 base for Protoss. We'll see if Dewalt plays it, you know, in that very kind of defendable manner. At the moment, Effort has gotten himself up to 62 drones, so Dewalt might be feeling like he needs to go up and actually get some sort of punish off here. Comes up, he is going to start hitting some of these Hydras. This defense is, I mean, double sunken plus 1 lurker. It's okay. It is going to be annoying to try to get up there. As you can see, again, this is a very thin ramp. Looks like Effort was coming for a bit of a flank. Runs up, burrows some of these lurkers here. There is an observer. Doesn't really target it down. Some very good Psy Storms go down. Kind of zoning out a lot of these Hydras. And in fact, Dewalt is going to punch through a lot of them. Coming up with a flank as well onto the Hydras. Oh my god, a really good engage here from Dewalt, who, by the way, is about to have a 3rd base up there as well. Definitely has a strong army at the moment. Now, Effort's macro is really kind of hitting right now. He's even getting melee attack upgrades. Definitely know Effort loves his Zerglings. Doesn't have, like, Hive Tech for Adrenal or anything yet. But... like, these smaller groups of Hydra Lurker. Yeah, look at that Psy Storm. Dewalt is starting to really, really punish. And he does have some more Psy Storms as well. Throws another one down right there. And this is the type of overwhelming Dragoon force that you need to actually be able to battle without Psy Storms also. You can see this much smaller group of Hydras coming in. Has to just turn around. Well, he had a Storm there as well. Didn't realize he had one left, but he really has quite a few. Now, this counterattack from Effort is going to be the thing that gives him a real opportunity in this game. He's going to pick off this Nexus before Dewalt has the units he needs to get up here and save it, but Dewalt decides to pull the trigger because of this. A lot of Hydras are out of position right now, and this is probably his best opportunity to get lethal damage onto Effort. If you try to play from 2 base against 4, you're definitely going to lose. So he needs to try to punish him while those Hydras are out of position. He comes up, and you can see that without enough tanking, and in fact, even going through this choke, the Hydras are starting to really, really kill this army off. Just not enough Psy Storms here for Dewalt. And with the flank coming in, I think he's just going to end up losing everything. Honestly, I think it was a pretty solid game from Dewalt overall. You can't expect him at the moment. You know, Effort's a god. You know, he's one of the best players ever. And he'll probably be a favorite of ASL as soon as he comes back to it. But yeah, that was very, very well played. I think from Dewalt, just effort is another level altogether. So GG, well played. Effort, you know, despite losing a few armies, still just kind of outplays Dewalt there, and Dewalt unable to find the damage they need. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.